Hello everybody, and welcome to Body Paragraphs Incorporating Text Support. So, now that you've created an outline with excellent organization, ideas, and support, it's time to write. Unfortunately, like many other things in life, writing is often judged more on appearance than substance. How you say something really affects whether or not your message gets through. Therefore, it's extremely important that you package your message well. So, imagine with me for a moment that you're a hipster. Good, but there's something missing. You cannot complete the hipster package without a bow tie. So think of your paper as a neatly tied bow. Your introduction should start broad and narrow into your focused body paragraphs, drawing your reader into your ideas. Your conclusion should lead from your body paragraphs out into the broader world, allowing your reader to take what they have learned into their lives. Because introductions and conclusions are really just filling ends on the important center of the body paragraphs, I like to write my body paragraphs first, then form the intro and conclusion later. So because body paragraphs are the meat of our essay, we want to be very direct and purposeful. We can save the frilly fluff for our intro and conclusion. If you remember the outline we made earlier, for each body paragraph we wanted a topic sentence, support, explanation, and conclusion. So what do each part of this body paragraph entail? Let's start with the topic sentence. If you remember your outline, we placed our three main ideas from our thesis in our three topic sentence slots, and then our support goes here. But how do we form this idea, increasing and enforcing laws, into a good topic sentence? Here are some important elements to include in a topic sentence. First, the transition, the paper topic and verb, and the main idea. The transition helps the reader move from one idea to the next. Mentioning the topic of the paper again helps the reader put your entire paper in perspective and helps them relate your main idea of the paragraph to the overall message of the paper. And then, of course, your main idea. So a simple but adequate topic sentence might be, to begin, texting and driving can be prevented by increasing and enforcing laws. So no matter how you choose to phrase your topic sentence, you must include your main idea here. Not only does it make it easier for your reader to figure out what you're talking about, but it also helps you stay focused in your paragraph. Everything you write about in this paragraph must directly relate to this and support this main idea. If it doesn't connect to your topic sentence, don't include it. So let's write this topic sentence out for our paragraph. We'll build our paragraph over here, and then we'll move to the next step. So we're moving on to support, and this is one of the most important parts of your paper, and it's one on which it is very easy to mess up. So we're going to learn more about how to cite information and how to properly introduce sources in a later video when we have more sources to work with. For now, we will work with incorporating information from a single source. So to begin, there are really two ways to include information from a text in your paper. You can directly quote information, or you can include information in your own words. When using words verbatim, word for word, that would be a direct quote, from your source, it is extremely important to create a smooth transition from your words to the author's words. For this reason, never let a quote stand alone. Always incorporate it into your own sentence. One helpful way to remember to do this that works for both direct quotes and paraphrase material is to be sure to introduce, support, and cite. Introducing your quote will give context to let the reader know how this piece of information fits within the larger message of your source. Your support is your quoted or paraphrased material, and your citation, of course, directly points your reader to where he or she needs to go to find your complete text. So let's look at an example. Going back to our outline, for our first main idea here, here is the support that we found. So our idea was increasing and enforcing laws, and our support, 10 to 40% decrease in certain accidents when you have that graduated standard. So let's see how we can turn that into a sentence that uses part of our own words. Alright, so as one lawmaker said, having graduated texting laws caused a 10 to 40% decrease in certain accidents, and then we cited it. So here we introduced it by stating who said it, gave our support, and then cited it. If we wanted to paraphrase this information, we might say, one lawmaker said that some accidents decrease 10 to 40% when graduated texting while driving laws are used. Here we introduce it in the same way, provide the support in our own words, and then cite. Note that either way you must cite your information. Also, in both of these, the period goes after the in-text citation. So now we have, to begin, texting and driving can be prevented by increasing and enforcing laws. As one lawmaker said, having graduated texting laws caused a 10 to 40% decrease in certain accidents. Now, the next step. Explanation. So after you offer support from the text, it is extremely important that you explain your support and how it connects to your main idea. If you fail to do this, your paper will consist more of your source material than your own thoughts. Here's an example of an explanation for the support we just gave. These laws prevent younger drivers from using their phones while driving, decreasing the number of accidents caused by young, distracted drivers. Increasing these laws by making them nationwide would help reduce accidents across the country. So what I did here is I provided more information about the support we were talking about. So we mentioned graduated laws, and I kind of explained what that was. And then I connected the support I gave, that information, to the thesis. So not only did I talk about what the graduated laws were, but I connected the idea by showing that increasing those laws helps, stop the accidents and stop texting and driving. So let's add this. Now we have, to begin, texting and driving can be prevented by increasing and enforcing laws. As one lawmaker said, having graduated texting laws caused a 10 to 40% decrease in certain accidents. These laws prevent younger drivers from using their phones while driving, decreasing the number of accidents caused by young, distracted drivers. Increasing these laws by making them nationwide would help reduce accidents across the country. Shaping up into a decent paragraph. So now at this point, after you have your topic, sentence, support, and explanation, you should really repeat the support and explanation process before you go to a conclusion. Remember that the more support and explanation you give, the better. So for this example, we're not going to do it. We're just going to go through once. But remember, you want to do this multiple times, at least 2, but probably more. But moving on to our conclusion. Now, because we've only included one piece of support in this example, the conclusion will seem a bit redundant, but basically this will be a restatement of your topic sentence to remind your readers of your main point. So here's an example, and we'll just go ahead and put it in our body paragraph and we can read it. So our final paragraph, now remember this only has one piece of support and explanation. We really, for a good paragraph, would have more than that. But to begin, texting and driving can be prevented by increasing and enforcing laws. As one lawmaker said, having graduated texting laws caused a 10 to 40% decrease in certain accidents. These laws prevent younger drivers from using their phones while driving, decreasing the number of accidents caused by young, distracted drivers. Increasing these laws by making them nationwide would help reduce accidents across the country. In this way, increasing and enforcing various texting and driving laws would be an excellent way to prevent texting while driving and the accidents that occur because of it. Again, that last sentence sounds kind of redundant because we haven't gone into any more support or explanation, but you get an idea. So we have our topic sentence, our support, our explanation, and our conclusion. So remember these 4 ideas when you go to write your own body paragraphs.